Part 2 of the preview show, and we have Mounting Yard Mail to talk about before we do anything. Glenn, another rock solid week last week. Yep. Warren found quite a good couple of good value winners too throughout the day. Moonee Valley last week was generally good.
Yeah,
lovely.
It was a bit of a fence off day, and you can readjust and find some good prices.
No, also Warren was great. Glenn was good again. So Mounting Yard Mail combo.
Glenn's pretty foolproof at the moment.
Glenn's seeing him very, very well. I think for a lot of us too. I think if Kaepernick was ridden by a rider, it makes it a real good day. I mean, I know it's only a 6-4 favourite or whatever, but it makes it good. Even though somebody over there did have Sabaro a lot shorter than the market did, though, didn't they? But anyway,
someone's got a window.
That's right, exactly. Zero-sum game. Mounting Up Mail. So Sydney, whether it be a Royal Randwick or whether it be at Moonee Valley, which was really good last week, Warren and Glenn combo them up or buy them individually. Jump on board at Mounting Yard Mail. And our Voodoo Prince is the equal favourite with Jojo Girl or thereabouts, depending on what market you're looking at, around about the 2-1 mark. For the 3,200 metres, Sydney Airport Stayers Cup.
Yeah, so I'd imagine two of the favourites came out. Well, Singing Flame was the favourite, and Major would have been equally good a chance. I don't know why they've come out.
No, Major's gone to Brisbane. Singing Flame would have gone to Brisbane. No.
Brisbane Cup week this weekend, right?
Alright, well...
not on the Monday.
Yeah, so, no great movement outside of once the market's readjusted. It's all been as is.
God, you'd be so embarrassed looking to Melbourne. You know, they had their Andrew Ramsden fortnight ago.
Why couldn't we get Hammerstead here?
Actually, that's what we said. Why wouldn't Hammerstead be here?
Weighted out of it?
Yeah, probably. Anyway, okay. Our Voodoo Prince.
This has just become a routine gala, hasn't it? This race.
Yeah.
What did we get last year? We got the Destiny's Kiss.
No, we got
Astro
Taylor Marshall going 100 lengths in front. Yeah,
on Astro Avalanche. Is that the horse's name?
I think it might have been. Yeah, but in saying that,
it was actually a better race.
He actually didn't go that quickly in doing so, which is quite strange.
Yeah, whereas this is just it's interesting that Chris is just relying on one horse. And I must say that I really liked its run the other day.
It's going well, isn't it? Going well enough for there. It just seems to be.
And hopefully they'll just go, well, it's got 59. It's got the monster weight.
The problem is, does the stable do that? But then again, as you said, there's only it's their only alternative, isn't it? They don't have an alternative.
Yeah, so
over 2 miles, 2 miles.
Yeah, look, as far as
they'll have to earn the win.
Oh, my wordy yes. My wordy yes. Look, I've got no idea what happens here. Because nothing really likes to lead, but there will be horses persuaded to lead.
Something's going to lead, mate.
I thought maybe Cinderia because it's been kept quite fresh, might find herself in the lead from Our Voodoo Prince, and you can make up the others. One Our Voodoo Prince was the best run in the lead up. He was used up to sit outside the lead, and first time he's shown any forward running this preparation. And he gets J Par, which is perfect.
And has absolutely previously smashed it up in a previous life. So he's got, when you talk about overall talent, but I don't know whether he could ever go close to doing that again. But when you talk about overall best, he'd probably have about 6 lengths on the field.
6 Hudson Choice has an 8-day backup. 8 Love the Beaches was tortured at Gosford last time, and 4 Jojo Girl has been well found here off just a dum-de-dum run the other day. I mean, I know she returned to town and she won over 2,600 this time last year on this track, but she seems to have been a touch well found. 1684, I'm having 4 units on number 1, 2 units on number 6 and 1.5 units on number 8.
It looks the winner, it doesn't now, Voodoo Prince, and I would imagine Jojo Girl really is sloppy for Sydney.
You're on the show.
Yeah, like I ended up landing on Jojo Girl.
Did you?
I thought the run was just as good as
Our Voodoo
Prince, and who looks a 1 batter.
Thank you.
Which is probably good for this. But and going back last time, as Mark said, I think she did very well. And the same track.
Yep.
Bit of sting out. That's sort of her game. So my confidence has been a bit dented listening to you two, but
Well, we've got to have a variety of opinions.
Yeah.
It doesn't work when we all
But,
go.
one thing I will say, even though I think our video principle is the clear winner, it's the whole piano accordion theory too of the staying race.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any great supply. I mean, and we really don't know about these horses at 2 miles, and it is a different world, isn't it? So 7 to 4, 2 to 1 about that. Yeah, I don't know.
yeah, 4 units, JoJo Girl. I was going to have 6, but I'm just going to go back and
Oh, he's going to be looking for us sort of after at 14.
JoJo Girl.
At 14:30 tomorrow.
Steve's in. There it is. It isn't race 5, number 5, is it? Oh, number 4. Beautiful. John McLeod, Brisbane. What a surprise! Last week he's special fisty in again.
Yeah,
it was only Winx, but
I
again,
wish he'd bloody piss off.
yeah, he's good, isn't he? Isn't he a beauty?
Yeah.
Isn't he a beauty? So striking bang.
Yeah, no, he's going very well. He had I think it was a small loss, but you know, as we said with his stuff, I would use it. Everyone uses it their own way. I just love looking at the horses. He puts a lot of money on.
Yeah, and just go bang.
That's how it works for me.
But, and then we said it the last few weeks is that they haven't just been winning; they've been winning by 2.5, 3 lengths. You're just never in doubt. So he's really seeing those ones exceptionally well. So the carnival, and of course it is Stradbroke Day, so it's the big day, Stradbroke Day at Doomben. Jump on board with the John McLeod set, and also remembering the Brisbane Race Speed profiles are available for there as well too. Tommy Rhodonicus, OAM, Gin Stakes.
How's Tommy going?
I don't know, didn't he, there was, he's got cancer.
Throat cancer.
Throat cancer, is it? How's he going? I haven't heard much about it in the last week. Anyway, Avoid Lightning, $3.80 in favourite or thereabouts, $4.60 target in sight. And then all around about the $8 or $9 mark are Angels Beach, Barbed and Diamond Oasis.
Yeah, look, I think plenty of opinion out there, which is good, but the best mover maybe Diamond Oasis. There was about $9.50 bet. It's mostly $7.50, but there is $8 out there. So Diamond Oasis a little firmer.
Mark, who is the little leaders?
Well, I mean, Angels Beach sees 1100. They want to persist with Holder Sunset. She's an emergency and she's in at Rosehill on Monday. But Zaratone, of course, pinged across to hold the inside there at Scone, and Diamond Oasis has become a specialist 1,000-metre horse, so he's up to the 1100. Throw in How Much You Love Me, Harara.
Yes.
A fresh Oakfield Commands from the deep, and it's on. And Void Lightning is drawn gate 1, but I'm thinking that a 6-metre rail or an 8-metre rail is the only time you can do that. She is a little trier at this course and distance, and she'll do me. Avoid Lightning. Target in sight. It's not a bad race for him, but Jay Ford has to negotiate, to navigate.
It's just, you just can't, can you? I really, really like Target in sight, but I just can't.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he looks the danger. I said 1, Avoid Lightning, who's back from 2 mares races and just needs to find clear room there to beat 2, Target in sight. 10, Barbed, who returns here, and 3, How Much Do You Love Me, who I thought was a more than acceptable resuming run. See the World's got that deadly second up record, but second up off such a long spell.
Yeah, it almost feels like it's third up this time, isn't it?
There's no blinkers either.
No blinkers, yeah.
Zaratone went very well first up.
He did. That was a Glen Little Pearl. Follow Zaratone. Good run.
Angels Beach looks to get carved up here, but I don't know the horse well enough. And as I said, Diamond Oasis, he's specialised in aways. His last city run was a Warwick Farm Sunday. Yeah. So anyway, 1, 2, 10, 3. I'm having 4 units on number 1.
Avoid Lightning.
Yeah, it looks real. Oh, it's a real tricky race. I'm just gonna. A horse that seems to be racing well, which is a massive surprise to me, is Agent, who we've seen him for. I completely wrote him off as a horse, but looking back at his runs, it seems like they've got him going pretty well. He gets pace on. I think 1100 at Randwick is sort of okay for him, and at $1,000,000 to 1, I'm going to have 1 unit on him just for interest. Yeah.
Beautiful. All right, that's the June Stakes at Royal Randwick. Whilst you're playing at on Hawkesbury for today, Sunday, Mark, should be playing at Hong Kong as well too. Make it a gala. the Sunday session.
What's not to like there?
Yeah, it is. It's just great racing. Like with you can use that set in so many different.
I just want to get all that racing
Oh,
here.
actually, Hat sent me an email yesterday talking about Hong Kong and mentioned a horse called Brilliant Shine.
Who we used to know as
Brilliant Terror, yeah, the Punisher horse. It's now won 800,000 Australian dollars.
Jesus, don't say that.
I know, but yeah, I think it's fine. So it's one. So thank you, Hats, for sending it through. But I think it's run. It was its 5th race that won the other night.
Wow.
Yeah,
It's good money for winning.
it's not bad because I think it's been predominantly.
Is B Baker still on the com there?
No, I don't think so. But that's 5. Right? I mean, it's good money. Isn't
Must have a trailing commission, sure.
You'd hope so. Well, we haven't got any. Anyway, that was just totally digressing away from the Hong Kong product. And yeah, Hong Kong racing is great every week in, week out. You just, whether it's trifectas, exotics, whatever way you want to play it, it's just 10 races normally a dozen runners in every race, and races normally run very competitively.
Yeah,
it's hard not to like.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I would love to be
in the scene.
saddling up to Hong Kong racing,
Yeah.
but not having to live in Hong Kong.
That's a Glen comment, mate. Race 7 is the Mark Moran Handicap. It's all right, Mark Moran. Well, he was one of the Melbourne boys, wasn't he?
Who?
Mark.
Mark Moran.
Oh,
Yeah, beautiful.
Perhaps not this one, but
Anyway, Private Secretary's about a 6 to 4 favourite in the Mark Moran Handicap. iDance $6 to 1, Alias 5 to 1, and Black Revolver and Impulsive Spirit are around about the $10 mark.
Yeah, and little action on this race. So.
All right, straight into it. All right, Mark, who leads?
this is a gala, this race. Well, I've got 4 possibles, and that depends on whether Faustus stays in this race. He's one of them. iDance, Fair Call, Alias. Guy Forget hasn't got a rider. I don't know what's going on there. Obviously, the intention will be to try and drag Impulsive Spirit back. Not Doubtful goes back, Black Revolver goes back, Alpha Beat will be back, Private Secretary back, and Tableau back. So it's a bit of a jiggy jog, and I'm very, very excited here.
Okay, good.
I'm so excited.
All right, why?
Best roughie of the winter, number 12, Fair Call. Has
Best
had one
roughie
run.
of the winter. BROW.
What's with the acronyms?
I know, because Mounting Yard Martin, because Glenn offers his best roughie of the day.
Of course.
So that's for me. It's BROD when I write it down.
Right. Well,
But you've got a BROW.
It's my only black booker in the race. I don't know how. I can't remember why it's black booked.
Well, it was down the inside of
it might be that, yeah.
Right, resumed at 1400, a distance that's too far for it. At its first start for Danny Williams, previously trained by Gratz Vella.
Yeah.
And showed speed down on the inside on a wide day at Randwick. Gets blinkers back on, a tongue tie back to 1200 here. And Private Secretary's in a little bit of difficulty. I mean, she's marked pretty short by default after less than
a couple of less than anythings.
Well, the last start's okay, but you'd expect that at 1100 in that race. Now she returns to the scene.
It doesn't seem like form that you want to be taking 64 in town on Saturday.
Well, it's purely there by default, and Winona as well. It's I've put it in second pick. 12 to beat 4. 11 Impulsive Spirit. I like the fact that Rory's on board. I mean,
I like the one-turn track. I reckon that's another theory that might get proven tomorrow.
Yeah, I've marked him 7 to 2 in this race, and number 8 Black Revolver, who Jason will be doing his best up the inside there. 12 for 11-8, and I've got a million bets to have here. 3/4 of a unit on our Alias, 1.5 on the favourite. 1 unit iDance, half a unit Black Revolver, 1.5 units Impulsive Spirit, and half a unit on the best roughie of the winter, Fair Call.
Best roughie of the winter.
I think I saw, was it about 100 to 1 into now 70s, was it?
Yeah, the 70s is gone. The 70s is gone.
Oh, okay.
Marky boy, good boy.
Well, I was sitting looking there going 41 Bet365, 41 sports bet. Oh, there's Lux Bet, $51. and no column for the tab because for some fucking stupid reason they can't
get it across until game time. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I thought I'd better have a look at the tab sites. You know, this might be 50.
Might be, yeah.
Or 70.
Beautiful, that's your tab. There it is. Good work.
Look, I found it really tricky, and I don't want to be on private secretary. But I sort of those who have butted up into Impulsive Spirit since its Warwick Farm run, you probably shouldn't give up because this is probably the much better race for it. So. Looking, expecting it to run a race, but no bets for me.
Yeah, it had no chance last week. Impulsive Spirit with a draw, back up good. I think on Impulsive Spirit, as I mentioned a couple of times, it's got all its best form is at Warwick Farm, and that may be because it's a Warwick Farm body, or it may be because of the style of the Warwick Farm track. And I think being drawn wide at Randwick gets to find out whether it is Warwick Farm or whatever. So it's the horse I'm interested in. Black Revolver is a horse that I'm very interested in with the Waller theory.
The Waller.
The Waller theory there, Matt. You noticed that, did you? You would have.
I did, yeah.
And Idance worth noting that the Team Hawks are starting to find a couple of links.
He's got terrible looking first up form, is it? But he did some work first up on this track last time, and he really did. He finished his preparation off quite well.
And gun. Beautiful. That's everything covered for that race. All right, lovely. Moving into the final sector. Remember the tournament, of course, and all the One to Follow stuff too, which is going well. Track work on Wednesday again was good, wasn't it? Yeah.
Track tips were good. Yeah. Yep. Track tips were real good, and there
they are winning.
There they are. Also, we didn't mention the little John McLeod specials that are coming through.
Yeah. If you've signed up with John McLeod, if you sign up through One to Follow, it's recurring, and you can get the little John McLeod tips through in the week too, as well too. So there'll be probably about 2 venues you'll get them for, depending on when he likes something.
Yep.
And there'll be big news for a new product next week as well too.
Next week.
Oh
wow.
Next week.
Okay.
Mr. Stephen Fletcher.
Oh.
Couldn't help yourself, could you?
What? Oh, well, I did do an interview with him the other day, and sort of hard to mention it, but and should mention about the tournament. Fletcher's in the tournament. Kings, Glenn, you are Aaron, Luke Morrill from Australian Bloodstock. Quite a few more.
Kevin Skeen won his way in.
Wow.
Yeah, Kevin Skeen. Yeah.
Look out.
Yeah. So there's some good names in there, and jump in. It'll be great fun, and you're playing for probably $12,000 first prize. I'd say thereabouts, something along those lines. Anyway, race 8 is the Eastern Heart Clinic Handicap over 1,400 metres, and it sees these are better prices than what the tab are. Tab's betting Berrimilla Song and Laughter transfers equal 5 to 1, and Electric Power just below them, and Sense of Reason not off that, but you can get much better shopping around.
Yeah, you can. The best firmer has been All Cerise. 21s at one place, 13s into 11s in most other places. So that's been a fairly good go. And that's not me, it's you.
No, it's me.
And look, other than that, not a great deal of action. So All Cerise.
Brilliant.
Golden switch there, All Cerise.
I was keen on it last start, and they scratched it.
Gee, there's just so much. There's just way too many horses for me to like in this race, and that's what's going to do me in. As far as the pace is concerned, Mademoiselle looks to do her thing, because I'm in the Money is struggling so badly. She's going so bad. She went to Merriwa, or she went to a non-tab there. 2 starts back.
Who was this?
I'm in the Money, who was the
the Kensington horse.
Yeah, who was the lure for Sense and Reason this time last year. She went to Merriwa for the started evens and got poleaxed.
Got Pippies by Pippi's Pride.
Yeah, so look, Mademoiselle, she's back from, what is she, 4th up, and her last 2 runs have been black type mares. Well, up on the speed, Glen off. And controls this race from Rare Fragrance, who's fresh. Transfers should be closer tomorrow. Song and Laughter, I'm in the Money, handy enough. Tears in Heaven won't be as far back as it was from the high draw at Randwick. And I tell you, Sense and Reason, it bloody flew the gates last week. Did you see
Yes,
it? Like
yeah.
he just went
Yes.
and then dragged back to
Yeah.
3 wide with cover last,
Yeah,
which was no good for
no
it.
good.
So, oh God, you know, and Barramilla must run well again. I think Electric Power was a bit flattered at Canterbury. I
Seems, yeah.
seemed a thin price there.
It seems, yeah, had its time, hasn't it?
So look, I've gone 2 Mademoiselle, who will give them something to catch. 3 Sense and Reason, who's on the 7-day backup and really couldn't win last week, despite clearly being in a good frame of mind. 14 Tears in Heaven. Her 2 runs at this course and distance have been
Consistent, isn't she? You know,
sound. She's lightly raced.
what you see is what you get.
Yeah, she certainly had the right lane the other day, but she's a last up winning mare on this track and distance, as is number 7 Barramilla. So that leaves me out of Electric Power, Song and Laughter, Transfers, and obviously I'll be tugging all Ceresa's tail after tipping it last week and losing it.
But I think that you could say that's a pretty universal comment for that horse, isn't it? I think every time it goes around, most people look at it and go, "Geez, you look dangerous."
Well,
okay.
she's the classic, she's the classic. I've won 2 races in a row, my maiden and the start after.
Yeah. Is that where it's? Yeah.
She doesn't look on paper to have advantages from 13.
Well, but I think this boy knows what he's doing from these gates. He's discovered riding quietly is working for him.
Yeah.
So in that sense, it'll be ridden correctly. 2, 3, 14, 7, 2.5 units 2, 2.5 units 3, and 1 unit on number 14, and
Happy days.
I'll be getting straight into Hawkesbury after this.
Yes, good work. I thought Sense and Reason and Barramilla were probably obvious picks, to be truthful. I think their prices are outstanding. They're the 2 that I like. Sense and Reason and Barramilla.
Very good, Dale.
They will come out of the race.
Okay, I like 2 units Sense and Reason. Yeah, 2 sort of last run, Happy to Ignore It, and before that, real good. The former round Shoes is actually, he won quite a few races down in Melbourne, or she did. Sorry.
You're right, it is getting colder.
2 on Transfers, who, you know, this looks a little bit sort of, it's a big horse, and the last 3 runs at Canterbury, I think a bigger track might suit it, but I'm a bit worried about its form. But and 2 on All Cerise, just because I was so keen last start, and I don't want to lose.
It's a sanity bet.
Beautiful, it's a sanity.
Right, now for our own sanity, we need to remove ourselves from this location.
Yes, because it's cold. It's getting colder and colder and colder. Thank you. See you. Well, remember the long weekend, and probably won't have a punch show next week, will we? No. Public holiday.
No, it's a public holiday week.
We'll be at Rosehill Gardens.
It'll be a public holiday punter show.
Thank you. Goodbye.